You are the chosen few, protectors of our world. This is your time. Incoming! Fire! Out there, you will fight the unimaginable. Feel the power of your javelin, its precision. Rely on each other. Unleash your power. Never give up.
Ready, Javelin 1?
Let's go! You are freelancers.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome to episode 26 of Enter the Javelin, Mixer's first Anthem community web show. Appreciate everyone hanging out here today. If you're new to the stream, my name is Lupo, and I'm glad to meet all of you guys. Guys, we are a couple of days away. It's your boy, Jax. What's up, man? Good to see you, brother. How are you? Guys, we're a couple of days away from Anthem's early access release. So, Thursday, 5:30 p.m. Eastern time. At least that's what it tells me on Origin. I can launch the game on my PC. I'm going to assume that if you have EA access, you'd be able to do that as well on Xbox. PS4, I'm sorry. Do you see the Blomkamp thing? I was about to get to it, Beggs, but how you doing, brother? How are you doing? Ash Abbott, it's good to see you, man. I'm doing good, Jax. Doing very awesome, Jax. We're about to have Anthem here in a couple of days. I'm super excited about it. So, guys, we just took a look at the launch trailer for Anthem. Really awesome stuff. I think it was really cool that they use Ozzy Osbourne Crazy Train in the background there. Bags, how are you, man? Man, I hate the Mixer app so much. On mobile, it's the worst. I'm sorry. Like, I love Mixer, but the mobile app is the worst. I can't even deny it at this point. I can't defend it. Please, Mixer, do something about it. We want to use it. Just let it be good. So, Neil Blomkamp, he is a video producer, and he tweeted out some stuff today. Live action, or I guess it's not live action, but it's gonna be like CGI Anthem trailer, real life Anthem trailer. So, dude, I don't know what it's gonna be, but we're gonna get it real soon, and it's probably gonna be sometime in the next 5 days or so. Bags and Codex, what's up? Yeah, dude. New headphones. Yes, I did get new headphones. So these are the Lucid Sound LS31 LE. They work well for PC, so I had to change everything. Guys, so if you're in the chat here hanging out and you are able to jump out of Mixer chat for a moment and you want to check out two other awesome Anthem content creators, I'm going to drop those links in here right now. Codex, Insider. Check out those spots right there. Freelancer Codex has a Anthem podcast every single week for the last almost 2 years. So if you guys are really wanting to dive deep into Anthem content, follow Freelancer Codex. They also stream on Mixer when they do their live cast. Follow AI Bags. You can go to his Mixer channel, but we'll talk about other things like that in the future. But if you want to go to his site, go to antheminsider.com. He streams on Twitch every single Saturday at 3 p.m. Eastern time and hosts a show very similar to this one. It's an Anthem Insider show on Twitch. So he's the Twitch guy, I'm the Mixer guy. At least I like to think so. It's pretty awesome looking. Yeah. Oh man, all the cool kids are here. So many new areas in that trailer, right? Dude, you know what? I think the coolest thing is seeing all of the cosmetics. So like Steve pointed out, Steve from Freelancer Codex, that like the helmet looks like an Ursix. The Ranger helmet they show is like an Ursix. So I'm like really excited to see some of these cosmetics that they might give to us in the game for doing different pinnacle activities. Those are exciting things, and those are things that I'm looking forward to. I don't know about you guys. What are your thoughts? Yes, CF Bunny's been following me around for a little while. He's a pretty cool cat, and I think we're gonna play some games this weekend. Loot, yes, Doc. Loot, absolutely. How you doing, brother? All the cool kids and Bunny. I see how it is. I don't know, T Prime. What time is it? How you doing, man? So, over the last month or so, BioWare/EA has been introducing a series called This Is Anthem. We're going to take a look at that because this week they kind of go over the end game. What they did is also republish the website to give some more insight about what the end game is going to be. So I'll roll Swarm Time and Armor. Exactly, dude. Or T Prime, thank you so much for the host. If you remember that the picture of the Interceptor that they put up, that would be just you, Devin. I think everyone hears me. T Prime, Jax, Bags, thank you for the host, guys. Yeah, refreshed. Thank you, Underdog. Thank you guys for the host. I hear him. I hear myself. I see the thing working. If it's not doing that, Doc, thank you so much for the host. So we're gonna roll this. This is Anthem Volume 2 in the background here. You crossed it, Doc. That was it. Today has been such an up and down day. I feel you, man. I feel you. You know what? I was like 3/4 of the way through my day and realized I didn't do something I was supposed to do, and I was like, this will just have to wait till tomorrow. Here is the video. So I'm just gonna let this roll in the background while we talk about the things that they showed on the website itself. I can put the link to this page in the chat there if you want to check it out. It actually shows the entire video and you can listen to it at your leisure. But we'll read the whole thing right here because it's pretty quick. Anthem is designed to be a living, changing world so that your experience constantly evolves over time. What you'll play at launch involves a substantial storyline, but at the end of the story is really just the beginning of the ongoing adventures you'll have in Anthem. And I've been saying this for a little while. Oh, yeah, turn off low latency. I hate that. I don't like that it does that. Turn it off and turn it on again. Someone's an IT guy. So, what a lot of us have been saying from Inception here is that the story of this game is basically going to be like the tutorial of how to get to endgame and what to do in endgame and how to build your Javelin to maximum potential. Once you get through that crit path, you'll be able to start doing the more cooler stuff, which that's what I'm looking forward to. Because from AC haven't been working to me making a YouTube video, which I haven't made one in a long time. And by the way, to eating some McDonald's, so it's been all right. Supposed to be sick. That's a giant myriad of things that's going on there, and no periods. I don't know where to stop breathing. We'll be continuously supporting Anthem with new content, features, and quality of life fixes. They already know that like things have to get done, which is a good thing up front. Those will be delivered through a series of updates called acts. So while in other games we have seasons, these are going to be called acts. So it's interesting terminology that they choose to use because acts obviously infers to cinematic or something like that, or production. So I think that's pretty cool. Acts which advance Anthem storyline through new locations, gameplay features, character interactions, and more. Act 1 begins in March, which will culminate in a cataclysm, a world-changing, time-limited event that comes with extreme weather, dangerous new enemies, and new mysteries to solve. What will happen in the future? What will happen in future acts? ? We can't wait for you to find out. Check out the second video in our gameplay series to learn more about what you can expect in the ongoing world of Anthem. So that's what's playing in the background here. I do that to make people very tired. Sorry, it's all good, man. So Act 1 technically starts in March. So the game launches worldwide on the 22nd. So we're going to have a week to level up your character, and then we'll be into the first act about a week later. So that's an interesting design choice, but I guess I kind of understand it. So like they're basically saying like, this is the basic game. You're going to get all of this, and then we're going to jump into the end game a little bit after that. And I think that's a good way to go about it initially. So we'll see what this is in a second, because they do outline all of what the acts are, and as soon as I get through this wall of text here, we'll kind of start talking about that, and I'll show another infographic on the screen. Always need coffee. All right, so while they're showing the video, okay, so details about the endgame. You level up. As you explore the world of Anthem and take on missions, your pilot level will increase, making new aspects of all your javelins, like a second weapon slot available to you, also extra inscription components and stuff like that. Once you reach pilot level 30, the max level, you can continue to upgrade your javelin by adding higher level gear to your loadout. The higher the rarity, the better the gear, and the harder it is to get. Once you reach Anthem's endgame content, you can grab new gear in a variety of ways, all as challenging as they are rewarding. Check out the different options below. So now they kind of break down what you're going to get into to continue your power climb. So harder difficulties. Anthem has 6 total difficulties, which are easy, normal, hard, Grandmaster 1, Grandmaster 2, Grandmaster 3. The last 3 tiers are only unlocked when you reach pilot level 30. Once you complete Anthem's main story, you can up the difficulty of the entire game to challenge yourself even more. Coffee, never heard of it, right? Whose gameplay is that? This is just a gameplay trailer that they showed on their website. So it's kind of outlining what you're going to see in Endgame. Casey Hudson makes an appearance there. In digital form. Coffee, never heard of it. Yeah, I know, man. So that's something cool. We'll talk about that in a second. It's a launch bay. So the other way to gain power would be crafting. When you can't find it, you build it. Different endgame objectives will reward you with crafting blueprints for gear and personalization items, while other reward you with the crafting materials and coin necessary to fashion those schematics into complete items. Complete a variety of endgame missions, including any of the mission types below, to unlock and gather all the pieces you need. This is interesting because what the demo made it seem like was you're going to have to do challenges to gain better blueprints. I guess so. If you have an item, if you get the Devastator, if you keep using the Devastator, you're going to unlock challenges that are going to reward you with the ability to craft higher versions of the Devastator. So I think that's kind of the system going on here. Bungola, how you doing, man? Their aim was pretty bad, low key, but that's only the thing I noticed. I'm so depressed. Third-person games are a little bit different than first-person games, with like the aim and stuff like that. And I think they're going for like a wide spread, you know. Contracts and legendary contracts. As you become more powerful, freelancer, people in Fort Tarsus start to notice you more, and some of them would love to put you to work, as Halleck would say. Different factions within Fort Tarsus will offer you contracts, sometimes unpredictable missions that will see you dealing with a host of unique problems that only a freelancer can solve. Improving your reputation with different groups will give you access to crafting blueprints. This is another way that you're going to be able to gain your power. Originally, they said, for whatever reason, you might not get something to drop. Like, I saw people in Freelancer Codex Discord talking about that they didn't get the Devastator in the demo. So if you had these other things and you wanted to get the gun that you didn't get, you could break down everything else and craft these guns that you aren't getting by these blueprints that you're getting through the legendary contracts and legendary contracts. Save Lupo from a Titan. You've already completely done that one for sure. I took everything off my soundboard today of all of the Ash Titan footage. Prove yourself to faction partners, and you may find yourself on the receiving end of a legendary contract. These multi-part missions take a lot more work, skill, and firepower to complete, but the rewards are far greater to match. The self-destruct is epic. Yes, I didn't get to see him be completed. But my squad did. I had to do other stuff that morning, like finish up my chores and what have you, so I can actually do these things that I do. So on top of legendary contracts and regular contracts and crafting to gain power, you will have daily, weekly, and monthly challenges. So once you have a blueprint, you'll need crafting materials and coin to create the piece of gear you have on your eye on. Completing regular challenges as you carry out your missions will reward you with the raw materials you need to turn those drawings into the real thing. Keep an eye out for more information on regular challenges as we get closer to launch. So they show them very briefly here. They just show kind of like what they are or where they're going to be, and that's Lucky Jack. Lucky Jack is the guy that's going to have these monthly challenges, and I think he's going to have some of the contracts too at some point. But they really outlined he's going to be like the challenge guy. So we'll learn more about what these. So that's where they quickly showed that there, what that would be. Yo, Long Boy, what's up, man? How are you? I had to emphasize the O because you got it in there. Strongholds would be another way to get higher level gear. So strongholds are some of the highest level fixed challenges in Anthem, and they'll put your entire squad to the test. These longer missions will have you fighting some of the deadliest enemies in the world, and plenty of them as you delve deep into unknown territory. Fight your way past every obstacle, and you'll be handsomely rewarded with some of the best loot in the game. Stay in constant communication with your team and use everything you've learned as a freelancer to make it through the end. Now, if you joined us, not this past Saturday, but the Saturday before, Freelancer Codex hosted the Anthem Premier League, which is a stronghold race, and myself, my squad being the guys at Mulehorn Gaming, Underdog, Scarecrow, and Mulehorn 117, if you will, faced off against some other teams, AI Bags and the Anthem Insider team being one of them. They did prevail. They beat us in the final round and had a damn near record-breaking semi-final run, so GG's to you guys. Dude, their semifinals, like, I literally... They got lucky. I literally didn't know what to say when I saw that semifinals performance. That was absolutely insane. Like, everything went perfect for you guys. Like, not saying that you wouldn't have done like really good, but like that was incredible, that first run. Now, some of the things they're leading on to is that we're gonna have leaderboards in the future, which may be this sort of thing, that this may be our our competitive content, that you'll be able to do these other leaderboards against other squads or people in your alliance and stuff like that. It was great, dude, and you guys did such a great job casting it too. Like, you and Mike, like, I'm gonna get you back somehow for all the crap talking you did, but it's all in good fun, man. And I really enjoyed like watching it back. Like, I got as anxious as I did watching it as I did playing it. It did go perfect. Oh man, your your feet were sweating. Excellent. Dark Life, thank you so much for the host, man. How you doing tonight, brother? So then you'll actually be getting more gear as you explore the open world. All of the mission types above can be accessed through Anthem's free roaming mode called Free Play. After venturing out into the world, you can take a targeted approach and head straight for various missions and strongholds marked on your map, or go on a more leisurely hunt for secrets and loot. World events happen randomly in Free Play, and the environment can change in a second, so stay sharp. You never know what your next adventure will be, what your adventures will lead you to. Rewards, mysterious discoveries, or something you'd rather not find. I better watch it again. Yeah, you guys are talking badly about our strategies and about how I died. Like, nobody else died. What, Doc taking over? Yeah, Doc kind of ran away with it, dude. He ran away with the points, man. So then the newest, most recent thing that we learned about, thanks to this gameplay footage here, this video, I think that was Thursday last week. We learned about cataclysms. So now what cataclysms are is what they originally defined as shaper storms, I believe. Shaper storms might be part of the cataclysm or something. Like, they do have a lot to do with each other. Like, so more or less, like what we saw as shaper storms in 2017 at the reveal is now cataclysms. So the world of Anthem is terrifying. Terrifying, dangerous, and unpredictable. It's even to say I was pretty rough on a few people. Yes, me, maybe JD also, but I didn't hear those. Seems like shaper storms are a part of cataclysms now as one aspect of it. Yes. Now I don't necessarily know if it's going to be similar to the fact where it looked like we were jumping into one, but we'll find out. Either way, the merge is going to be interesting. Either way, I'm excited to find out more about cataclysms. So the world of Anthem is terrifying, dangerous, and unpredictable, and you'll have to deal with its deadliest phenomena called cataclysms. So now, the story revolves around a well-known cataclysm called the Heart of Rage, and it's something that obviously we're going to have to get into later, actually from the beginning of the story, and kind of progress through it that way and learn more about what it is. Oh, and William, he talked, dude, He talked so much crap to us at PAX. He talked so much crap to us at PAX. We had to put him in his place. They had a lot of unfortunate stuff happen to them though. So if some of those things in the beginning didn't happen to them, we might have been like had a decent race or a closer race. I don't want to say decent. It's decent either way. So let's see. These world events cause physical changes to the world like extreme weather, deluges of hostile creatures, and changes to the landscape that will reveal new mysteries to unsolve. A decent race to second place. Thanks. Rub it in, bud. I think it's so like bittersweet, Bags, is to be like the first person that contacted me in the Anthem community was Bags, and it was like I said, it was bittersweet to have it be that showdown. Don't tell him nothing. Change that gold in your logo to silver. Thanks. We race again soon for sure, man. Hopefully a different stronghold too, because like I played that one at least like 60 times or something. And it will take you down. So taking on these challenging events will earn you some mysterious rewards. Rewards will be able to tell you about very soon. I hope you do. I love learning stuff. Absolutely, man. I learned a lot from watching your guys' strategy after that. And you were telling me that you learned even better strategies after that. So we were like talking about it in your Discord like the day after, a couple days after, and you're like come in chat. I was like, man, I'm busy right now. Oh man, so that's a Cataclysms. It's gonna be dynamic world events, and we'll be able to see different things happening in the world, probably new enemies or more enemies. Burn. At Bag's age now, it's rare he sees anything new. Dude, Bag's is only a few months older than me, man. Only a few months. Some Russians did it in 11:45. That's crazy. Excellent. Yo, DJ, thank you so much for the host, brother. 11:45 hacks. That's nuts. Bag said it, like you can make up a lot of time on the plates. I don't know how. I have no idea how. Make it up on the plate. You're actually older than both of us. They did the first two parts super fast, and he don't know how to do this. We'll find out soon enough. I think Bags had the video. I saw him post it to Twitter or retweeted or something like that. We'll find out. We shall find out. And killed the boss by stacking mustard. Oh, right. 2 mustard points and a targeting beacon at once. And you just kind of lay into the tail with You can't fast forward the plate, I asked. Did you ask Chris Schmidt about it? They changed it, by the way. I'm sure. You know what? And that's good because there's only going to be 3 strongholds at launch, and we've already seen 2 of them. So either they gotta drastically change what one of them are, or give us something new. Down to 30 seconds, which is nice. Yeah, it was too slow. It like bare minimum 3 minutes on that plate. Bare minimum like 3 minutes on that plate. 90 seconds to hold it? I don't know, man. The other way we're going to gain more power is with new content. Anthem will continue to grow, and you can expect to encounter new characters, missions, and stories in the future. Keep your javelins tuned and ready to go at a moment's notice. You never know when you'll be needed. So they did launch the gameplay calendar, which Ben Irving very kindly posted to his Twitter. I'll show that on screen here, and I will read off what the things say at the bottom in a second here. So the game launches on 2/22, and in March 2019, we start Act 1, Echoes of Reality. And call me corny, but I think the name is very good too. Like I think it's very like mysterious, and you're like, what is this about? I want to know more. That's something that draws me to wanting to play the game more. The very little bit of story that we got in the demo was fantastic, and I want to dive in here. I want to be all about this. I want to know more about the story. Like let's go. Let's do this. So Echoes of Reality sounds very sci-fi. Sounds very avant-garde. You know, so I'm very interested with finding out more about what's going on. So inside Act 1, Echoes of Reality. Update 1, you'll have the evolving world. So obviously things are going to change over time as the act progresses. Update 2 is going to be stronger together. So I'm sure that's like the fine tuning and the balancing patches that they're going to have to go through over the course of each act as they introduce new weapons and potentially new javelins or new abilities. And then update 3 is the cataclysm. So from what we're seeing here is that the cataclysms are going to be the cap to the act. So when they launch the cataclysm, you will know that you're going to have something very soon, very new thereafter. Which, I mean, cataclysm in and of itself is going to be new to the experience that we already have in the game at the time. So you're going to get new and then more new. So that's reassuring as well. So I don't know if cataclysm is necessarily going to add story to the game, but if it at least adds some new content, as somebody who is all about content experience and endgame, I want these things. Story, I'm happy with. I love BioWare and their stories, so I'm looking forward to what's coming next after that. But it's good to know that they're going to have these larger scale Cataclysm world event type things, which may include a raid type activity or a larger, mechanic driven activities. But we'll see. We'll see. I'm not really sure. We don't really know exactly what a Cataclysm is, or what it's going to entail, or what kind of activities it's going to provide us, but we'll know sooner than you think, man. So each one of these acts is going to contain, and this is from left to right here on the bottom, they're going to contain new events, quality of life updates, new rewards, expanded progression system, which we don't really know what that is. Freelancer Codex did discuss in their podcast this week that could be the bringing back of the pilot progression system, because they did take it up, apparently they took it out of the game. So initially they told us we'd be learning about, or we'd be leveling our pilot, and that's how we would gain new skills. They've kind of dialed that back and taken the skills out of the pilot build and put it into the component build, which I don't know how I necessarily feel about that. Like Devin spoke about it in the podcast, that like that's what we've thought about moving forward. So maybe it's just going to be like a different way of looking at it, as opposed to, hey, this is what I have in the back of my head, knowing that I have to spec certain points at certain times. So now you just have to build your Javelin as you continue to go. On top of the expanded progression system, we'll get new strongholds. Guilds and leaderboards will be inside Act 1, so we will not have that at launch, but we will have that pretty soon after launch. In the first act. So I don't know when the first act is going to be. It's obviously going to start in March. We don't know when it's going to end, so it could be like a 2-month thing, 3-month thing. If it's anything else like other live service games, I would say 3 months to an act. So you figure sometime around like end of May, June would be when the next act starts. So I'm interested to see the cadence and how that's going to work moving forward. On top of guilds and leaderboards that we get in Act 1, we do get new missions and the Cataclysm at the end. Any questions about anything we've seen here? I do want to answer them as soon as they come in. So if you guys have questions about anything with the end game that they've spoken about so far, or anything from this last gameplay, I'll throw the gameplay up too here. We'll just continue looking at this, because I think some of the cinematics in this were absolutely phenomenal. I like the Lancer theme on all the Javelins. I can't wait to see a true storm with the Freelancer paint job. The yellowy gold and black. Heck yeah, the cinematics we've seen are amazing. I agree, man. I agree, and it just shows you, it's putting a lot of hesitation to rest. At least in my eyes. Like I think any kind of reservation people have had in the past. Oh, and that's Halleck right there in the what's it called? They did say that in this cutscene type of thing. Actually, it might have been in the actual trailer. I'm looking forward to seeing the story all come together. Me too, man. I'm already invested. Like seeing what we saw in the demo, seeing what we're seeing in the trailers, like I'm heavily invested into what they're offering story wise. I even like the theory crafting that some people are coming up with, like maybe this is the continuation of Mass Effect 3. Like I think that's funny. Skip was in there because I want to see it for the fresh start. Yeah, it was hard not to, man, because it was so good. It really was so good, man. It's Fort Tarsus. So I'm interested to see. We're gonna have a lot more new places too once the game starts evolving and moving forward. That's going to be exciting, I think, because everything we've seen is like, the area of Bastion and Fort Tarsus, this, that, and the other thing. I wish I should have stopped that and see what that Devastator had. Devastator was by far the best weapon in the demo, but I'm sure we will see something else moving forward. That's really gonna, tickle our fancy. So that area that everyone else saw with all the other javelins in there, that's actually the launch bay. And if you didn't know, the launch bay was added by community feedback. People wanted a place to show off their javelins, which I completely understand, being a Destiny and Division player, well, Destiny and Warframe player mostly. Going to a social space and seeing everyone's customizations, like I want to see that, or they call it personalizations in this. So that they're already talking about cutting that back a bit. I guess they have to. But we'll see, man. We'll see. There's only so much you can cut back, and it's useless, So if they scale it back a little bit too much, like, they're so good at dropping turrets. Yes, dropping turrets and taking out the swarm tyrant. And even the snipers, like, I know you didn't want to use like those because you only get five bullets to a full mag, so you didn't want to waste the whole thing, so you wanted to use on the bigger targets. Some of these, like, the landscape things are really great. The inside Fort Tarsus has been awesome. I saw somewhere today where someone was saying how, like, Fort Tarsus looks so dead. Like, why is there nobody in there compared to, like, the 2017 reveal trailer? And, like, they're saying, like, Mike Gamble came out today or yesterday and said, like, look, like, this, you guys saw level 10, you didn't see level 30, you didn't see all the people in there, and as the game progresses, Fort Tarsus is going to have more and more people, and so, like, basically when the game starts up, it's going to be very bare. I don't even think we have the cipher, the cipher area set up, set up to go when the game launches. So those are things that are going to happen as the game progresses, and once you get to level 30 is when we're going to see, at max, one shot drops pretty much all of them at once. Yeah. Yep. I don't know, man. The landscapes and the scenery of this game is just absolutely incredible, and I can't wait to get my hands on it this week. It's crazy that it's literally, like, right here now. By the time we end today, it's like 72 hours. Technically, yeah, 72 hours, right? 3 days. Kill the Grabbits. It's so funny that when they start talking about endgame, they show Grabbits, and it's like, oh man, this is not what I wanted to see. So, like, that helmet, like, that storm customization there, the Ursix looking Ranger helmet, all looks fantastic. Yeah, kill the Grabbits, man. I feel the same way, dude. Bags is gonna go tell the Anthem community team on me, I think. I think everyone on the community team is pro Grabbit, and the only one that's anti Grabbit is Dara and Gamble. This was really cool to see, like, this whole thing. They're Dominion spies, right? They could be, they might be. It's quite possible. I'll kill them if they drop loot. Hey, if if you accidentally step on a Grabbit and you find a purple thing underneath them, then you're good to go. I'm a simple man. Exactly. I only ask for so many things. Loot being one of them. Actually, loot probably being 1 through 5 of the things that I want. Alright, so that was that thing. So the video here, looked at the trailer when we first jumped in. There was actually a lot of stuff that happened in the last couple of days. I love how the Pathfinder robot in Apex says, I love loot. How are you digging it, Bags? You really getting into Apex this week? It's pretty fun, sort of. It's pretty fun for a BR. It's different. It's basically like if you throw Overwatch into a battle royale. It's a really good game. It's a fun game. I agree. I don't know if I'm gonna give it the time of day come next week though, like at all. Like I remember day one brings a lot of needed innovation. I think that's the thing. And you know what? I think people have to recognize that and like look at all of the games as a service type game. And say, how how Fortnite has to look at Apex Legends now and continue to innovate their game is how everybody else looks. Anthem, Destiny, Warframe, Division, and all that sort of stuff. Like, that's the way you have to look at it now. I don't like BRs, but man, Respawn knows how to put a game together. Yes, I agree, man. There's definitely some fine tuning that still needs to be done. Sent me a DM on Discord. All right, what am I getting myself into? It's Bags teabagging me during this stronghold race, right? That's really interesting, dude. That's really interesting. Links are spoopy. Wow. Wow. I wish I had a screen capture ready to go. I would show this. So, this is even better than expected. Apex Legends, 10 million players after 3 days, 25 million players after 7. Fortnite took 41 days to hit 20 million players. Apex hit 10 million. Yeah. Yep. I was just reading that. They're at 25 million. Yeah, it's crazy how fast it's moving. I don't know what to say about it. Like, honestly, people are trying to compare the differences. Like, how will this affect Division and Anthem's launch? And I don't think it will at all. I think it's two different genres, two different demographics that they're looking at. But these are incredible numbers. Like, all right, so basically, like, it's a bar graph. The PvP crowd will play Apex. Yes, exactly. So the people, Division maybe as they draw PvP. Yeah, true. Yeah, it's possible. I think anybody that's been really like anticipating Anthem for any more than like a couple of weeks is really looking forward to it. So it'll affect all games, just not significantly. Yeah, I agree. You know, every game affects another one in some way, shape, or form. It affects Black Ops and PUBG, not Anthem. Not 100%. Not because there's a lot of people that play Destiny that wanted to get into Anthem and expect there to be a PvP in Anthem, because the idea of it sounds really cool, like having a jetpack and being able to utilize 360 degrees of verticality. But now that it doesn't have it, like, I know people that were like, oh, this game looks really cool, and the second they said no PvP at launch, you're like, all right, I don't even want to play it. So that's where people are going to play Apex Legends. I think just the whole launch and road to launch is the way that people should, or, you know, games should do it over time. Morbid, thank you so much for the host, brother. And don't keep your eyes on the road if you're driving home, man. Don't be watching the stream. I appreciate the support, you know that, but safety first, brother. Oh, listening to start the car. So basically, like, what Bag showed me is that, like, the chart for Fortnite was like this, like, player engagement. Maybe it's more like a little bit better than 45 degrees as far as like concurrent players or engaged players. And Apex Legends is like this, like, straight up. So Apex Legends hit 10 million players in 3 days, 25 million in 7 days. Fortnite took 41 days to hit 20 million players. That is crazy. It took Overwatch almost a year to hit that many players. It took Overwatch a year to hit 20 million players. That's crazy. That's crazy. You know, when you talk about games like defining success, kudos to Respawn. Absolutely. And to do it as quietly as they did. See, the thing with Apex Legends becoming the WoW of BRs. No, okay. The thing with Apex Legends is longevity. And it's the same thing that goes with Anthem. If they could provide good content for at least a decent amount of time, then they're good. If they kind of put this out and then fall off over time, they're gonna lose it, man. And that's that's the reason why Fortnite has been so impactful for the last year and a half. Is that or year and a few months. I can't even say a year and a half. A year and a few months. That they're doing little things. They're adjusting the meta constantly. They're adding guns. They're taking guns away. They're putting in microtransaction loot boxes that apparently, not loot boxes, but microtransactions for skins and cosmetics that people want. Apex did the same exact thing. I don't think Apex is going to be, the biggest thing that Respawn works on in a year, because obviously I do think they have intentions to make Titanfall 3 and finish Jedi Fallen Order, but they've been very successful so far. They're definitely putting pressure on Fortnite to change their game, which is going to force Apex Legends to change their game, and then force the other ones like Blackout, PUBG, and Battlefield, which is supposed to be coming out with Battle Royale within the next few months. So it's going to be an interesting landscape of games. And you have to look at the loot games exactly the same way. Every game is going to affect one. Man, Titanfall 3. It's going to happen. It is going to happen. They already said it is. I'll say the other BRs have new flavors. Apex is just a new meal. Just gave us a new meal. Yeah, exactly. But what keeps people coming back is that the flavor is still there. It's like gum. It's like gum, okay? You're going to keep chewing a piece of gum if the flavor's still there. But if you lose the flavor, you spit it out. You know what I'm saying? That is exactly the case. It is exactly the case. Nobody wants to play PUBG because it's stale. It's very stale. You see Blackout falling into that right now, and it's a problem. If they add some good content, Blackout needs a new map or needs new weapons or something like that now, soon. Fortnite, by this time of Fortnite, which is basically pretty, similar to how they from launch to where they are right now, like time frame just a year later. Fortnite already had more content, and that's something that Activision and Treyarch needs to look at, man. But enough about that. I want to talk about Anthem, dude. Like, it's just important to take a look at how other games affect the market as a whole and the industry as a whole, because everything that's happening in BRs is going to happen in loot games in 2019. Last year was BRs. It affected everything about BRs for the year, and everything with loot games is right now. We are at the precipice of what loot games are going to be moving forward. So, Destiny, Warframe are leading the charts right now. Anthem's going to come out. Division 2. You're going to have Borderlands 3 on the horizon, and then we're going to get talks about the next Diablo in the very near future. I would say by BlizzCon this year, we'll hear more about the next Diablo iteration and not a mobile one. Loot games have been kind of stale for a while. Well, that's the thing, is that loot games have been kind of okay on PC. Just the console, they haven't been what they could be. Like, I think there's a lot of opportunity. Like, I was really looking forward to playing Defiance over the summer, and that kind of just crapped the bed, and I couldn't get into it any farther. But you want to see more games in the space. If you are a fan of a particular genre, you want to see more games in the space that are quality, that are making an impact on the industry, and it will force the game that you love most to be the best version of itself. Facts. And we're seeing it right now. We are seeing it right now. Destiny, Division challenged Destiny. Destiny's been challenged by Warframe for a long time. Warframe is challenged by Destiny at times to keep fresh content. And Anthem is affected by all of these things, by Borderlands, by Diablo. All of those things are all affected by each other, and having all of these quality games that I if someone said, hey, let's play this game tonight, if I didn't have like a specific thing to do, I'd jump into any one of those games right now, because I love Borderlands. I enjoyed my time with Diablo. Division was pretty cool. Destiny is like my favorite game of all time next to Mass Effect, and Anthem is the game that I've been looking forward to for a long time. So if all of these games can coexist, which I think they can, and they're going to just heavily influence each other. But enough about that. Let's move on to the next thing. So, Windows Central did an interview with Ben Irving. Not too much pertinent information in there. The biggest thing that they kind of outlined in that is the fact that Ben Irving did say at the time of the interview that they would not be launching Grandmaster 2 or 3 with the game initially, which he has since rescinded. Like, once the article went live, he came back out on Twitter and said, hey, look, like, yes, this is what I said at the time, but we've kind of gone back and said it because that there's going to be people that are pushing Grandmaster 3 within the first 24 hours. It's going to happen. It always does. Loot games are just just plagued by people wanting to consume content faster than the developers can push it out, and it's just the way it is. You kind of have to deal with it at that point, which I'm okay with. I'm going to push as hard as I can. I'll be playing my 10 hours on Xbox on Thursday night. I'll be playing a whole crap ton of PC starting Friday. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, a lot of PC. Monday, every day, and then I'll pick back up Xbox at launch. Lots of things, guys. Let's see. Games Radar went into lore this week because they had some let's see, introducing Legion of Dawn. So they kind of just overwent the Legion of Dawn. I took the week off, so I'll be pushing PC hard all week. Okay, then we'll have to squad up at some point, buddy. I don't want to get too deep into like the lore stuff because I want people to discover that on their own, but they do go over this. I'll actually drop these articles in chat if you guys want to take a look at some of them. This is from Games Radar, and they just kind of do a broad stroke and kind of look over a lot of different things here. Life Inside Fort Tarsus, I don't know what that is. Halleck, they kind of just touch on a little bit. District 9 director Neil Blomkamp is working on something for Anthem. Yes, we already knew about it. We talked about that at the top of the show. Alright, so that's Windows Central, Games Radar. IGN put out another article today. I guess they visited the studio and spoke with some people at BioWare, all the producers, pretty much. Actually, I didn't see Ben Irving in these. No, they didn't even show Ben Irving in these pictures. Oh, he's in Austin, that's why. Come on, Lupo, you know what you're doing. They did show some really cool character models and stuff. Like they got this picture of the back of a ranger. It looks really, really cool. I'll throw this one in there. This is actually from today, so we won't cover it next week because next week we'll be talking about the game itself. So we'll spend probably about an hour just discussing the game and how everybody's digging it if they got a chance to jump into early access. And then we'll jump back into the game at at 8:30, 9 o'clock next week. But I am getting ahead of myself now. I am getting well ahead of myself. So I'll drop this one in chat. Parish. Bam. So that's a Polygon article that came out today. Did I say IGN? I did mean Polygon. And this one kind of goes over some of the things, how all of the BioWare games influence each other, and they show different things in that. They did mention Shadow Realms in here, which is really interesting. Because Shadow Realms was introduced and canned almost as fast as like each other. Like they're like, all right, sign up for the alpha for Shadow Realms, and I remember I did that, and then next thing you know, it's canceled. Womp womp womp. This is actually a really cool photo. They don't show the Interceptor on here because I think this is like early concept art. I posted this on Instagram today. That's a really, really cool photo. I wish I would have had my screen cap up when I'd be looking at this. So they sat down with Mike Gamble, Casey Hudson, John Warner, and Mark Dara at the Edmonton studio. Kind of talk about their transparency with the community. They do show us off another song from the soundtrack, another tune from the soundtrack by Sarah Skachner. Which, honestly, like, if you guys haven't listened to the Valor theme, which I always play at the end of the show, gotta check it out. Gotta check it out. Quality listening, honestly. What is this that they're talking about? Oh, they keep going on about this thing. Like, I want to see whatever this live action or CG trailer that they're doing. I need to see it now because they're really hyping it up. Yeah, heck yeah. So they're going over just some of the things that BioWare has going on. These are really cool. Some of like the weapons. I would love to go to, if I ever like find myself in Edmonton, I'm gonna go to BioWare, and definitely go to Austin next time I'm down there, or when I choose to go down there. Yeah, so I mean, check out these articles. I don't want to spoil anything because some of them, not like they're super spoilery. They just kind of go over like the development and BioWare as a studio over the last several years. You know, from Mass Effect to Dragon Age to Andromeda to now Anthem. Studio's responsible for short films. Usually, it might be too much to hope for, but I'm hoping. I wouldn't say short film. Like maybe we'll get like a 5-minute trailer or something like that. Like the Destiny ones were super awesome. Like the Destiny live action trailers, which they did. I don't know. They didn't do it. Did they do it for Forsaken? I think they did do it for Forsaken. I don't remember. They did. They did do that. So they did it for launch, Taken King. They didn't do it for Rise of Iron. They did it for Destiny 2 and Forsaken. So hopefully they do. I would love to see another Destiny one too, but they don't have the budget anymore. I know that. And by short, I mean 20 to 30 minutes. Yeah, no, I kind of figured that's what you're talking about. Like I have the Mass Effect short. I think I've seen it. The Dead Space one. The Dead Space anime one was super good. Same thing with the Mass Effect Paragon Lost. They're showing more of the cast too. I just saw Caroline Livingstone. They were announcing some stuff. But guys, I'm really excited to see what the game holds in a few weeks. Like, you know, we're gonna blast through this launch content, get to the first set of endgame stuff, and then I'd say within a couple weeks we'll start experiencing the next iteration of the game. You know, like not saying it's gonna be like a drastic change, but living content is where we ultimately want to be. Did I read this already? Okay, that's the one message. Okay. Bags was sending me stuff before, so I just want to make sure I read it. Really excited to see the Heart of Rage too. Yeah, it's the you know, the cataclysm to end all cataclysms, more or less. You're looking not so good. I didn't release the notification before in Discord, so I was just making sure that I didn't miss something else. So it's gonna be interesting to see what happens this entire year. I'm really excited. It's been a long road to where we are right now, and I mean, dude, 72 hours and we're there. On to the next big thing. I mean, the Stronghold returns to the Heart of Rage or whatever it was called, the close to that. Yeah, man. Much excite. So does anyone have any other questions? I know we've kind of been rambling here about some things. Anthem will be launching this Thursday in early access if you have PC, Origin Access or Origin Access Premier. So Origin Access, you'll get the 10 hours. Origin Access Premier, you'll get the release of the full game a week ahead of time. That's Thursday at 5:30 p.m. Eastern time. That's what they tell me on Origin, so that's what I'm going with. Xbox EA Access is the same thing on Thursday, 5:30 p.m. Eastern time. PlayStation, I'm sorry, you'll be waiting till next week when the game launches worldwide on the 22nd, or I'm assuming it should be the 21st. So they've been doing everything at UTC. So one of the other big things, it's the most important thing in a loot game, is the weekly resets, which are going to happen Monday night, Tuesday morning. Basically everything talked about over again. That his age doesn't retain it info well. Damn, you're Bunny. You're just an absolute savage, man. Absolute savage. So I was thinking about playing Warframe tonight, but I've been playing a lot of Destiny competitive, and that's what I want to do instead. So when we finish up here, we're gonna jump into Destiny competitive. But I'm leaving the floor to anybody who has questions or wants to talk about any of the Anthem stuff going on. I'll be streaming I will join after this game. Okay, no problem. As soon as I get over there, Doc. Like, don't wait for me. If you want to just keep playing, and then I'll be there eventually. I'll be live with Anthem at 5 p.m. Eastern time on Thursday, and pretty much running the entire weekend. So Thursday, 5 p.m. till whenever my thing runs out, till the 10-hour trial runs out, and then PC will start up on Friday morning. And we'll run Friday. We'll do a co-stream with Doc Tot on. Oh, so Thursday is a co-stream with Mulehorn Gaming. Saturday morning we're gonna co-stream with Doc Tot for a few hours. Not sure we're doing Saturday or Sunday, but Sunday we'll do Destiny Comp on Sunday. I do like doing the Destiny Comp thing on Sunday, so I'm gonna continue that. I know it's completely off topic, even though we talked about BRs for like a good 15 minutes. Relevant, pertinent information. Where it's called market research. You know, market research. I haven't played Apex, I think, since like last Tuesday, maybe Wednesday. Still playing a little bit of Black Ops. I've been enjoying some Black Ops, man. I try to play like 1 or 2 competitive games a week, and Black Ops is the one that I'm really enjoying right now. Oh, I completely forgot. There should be a live stream Wednesday. I say tomorrow, but it's Wednesday. Wednesday the 13th. There should be another developer live stream. That's going to be at twitch.tv/Anthem game. I was told by Jesse, one of the community managers, that they'd be doing a Mixer multicast as well, but I don't think they have officially done that yet. So I'm still waiting on word and feedback from him and Jesse, him and AJ, because I did ask about it. But as soon as I know more information, I'll let you guys know. Gotta get the birthday jabs in, right? It was Bags' birthday, so you can wish Bags a happy birthday. It was on Saturday, right? Saturday is the birthday of Bags. But guys, jump in the Discord and follow on Twitter. I'll be putting all the updates of everything that's going on here with the community, and you know, what we're going to be playing over the next few days, because unfortunately we can't play Anthem until Thursday. So I do have tonight and Wednesday to play other games, which is a blessing and a curse, because I want to play. It was no. I know I said happy birthday to you. I just forget whether it was Saturday or Sunday. I had cake. It was a really cool cake. It was a really cool cake also. Yes, I agree. Bags is Bags. Are you like a cake guy? Because I remember you sent the cupcakes over to Edmonton last year, and you had mentioned something about it that defined the legendary. That wasn't even just legendary. You defined the legendary. But you went out of your way to find a very good baker, and they did some incredible things, man. That must have taken a lot of homework, dude, to find a good baker in Canada, and then be able to facilitate exactly what you needed. And that was some of the best looking cupcakes I have ever seen, man. Search for a month or so. And that was like a week or two before EA Play, right? If I remember correctly, yeah. I got a pretty good memory, man. Got a pretty good memory. I don't remember what I had for breakfast yesterday, but I do remember that. I remember telling you. I still remember our first conversation, because I was at work. I was actually driving a truck and doing work at the same time. And me and Bags literally like had an hour-long conversation. Yes. That was much longer ago. My wife's like, "Do you remember our first conversation?" Yelling from the other room. And now the game's out in 3 days. Exactly, man. It's crazy from where we started to where we are now, and like the friendships that we've made. She got you. I vaguely remember our first, me and my wife's first conversation. She fully admits that she doesn't remember it. Like, my wife doesn't remember what she had for breakfast this morning, and she'll openly admit that too. The bromance is strong. So I've got too many of them, dude. I've met so many like awesome people. Like, me and Sly are really good friends too. Dan's here. All the guys at Codex. It's a trap. all the guys at Mulehorn Gaming. Like I've known them for like two or 3 years now. I don't think you're wrong, man. I don't think you're wrong, man. Actually, next Sunday, and I almost forgot about it, I'll be on Fort Tarsus Radio podcast. Are they calling themselves a podcast? That's next Sunday, and I think they're airing it. Yes, Adema and Dorseus. Yeah, I spoke with Adema because he's kind of like, I guess he's the guy that kind of reaches out to everybody. But I'll be on their show. I think we're recording next Sunday. It airs on Monday, because obviously I do this on Monday, so I can't do all of that. I like to. Yo, Doc Todd, what's up? We were just talking about you, man. We doing kosher with Doc Todd on Saturday morning, around 8-9 Eastern. All bad, I hope, of course. I'll only talk badly about the Ranger mains. as a converted Ranger main myself. We were all there at one point. You got it, Dark Life. Is he here? I don't see him on the list. I will talk to him though. Actually, if you ping him on Discord, like in a list, he'll be there also. Hey, not nice. Oh yeah, you're a Ranger main too. I forgot. I had to defect, man, because I love the big explosions too much. If you could ping him in a private message. He's definitely in mine. So if you want to send him a message and just say thanks, that's your prerogative. But like that's a selfless thing, man. Like that was part of the gig, part of the giveaway thing. Speaking of community, got to bring up the second window soon. See what William talks about. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Actually, William will be on Mulehorn Gaming podcast next week. The Analog Assault podcast next Thursday, airing right here on Mixer. Thursday's it's funny, like Thursday's my one day, like one of my 1 days off, and then that's when everybody else does their podcasts and stuff like that. Like that's where Mulehorn Gaming does theirs. That's where Freelancer Codex does theirs. Yeah, Dark Life, thank you, man. I'm gonna jump over to Destiny in a minute here because I'm itching to play some comp. It's on purpose, right? Right? Like both of them have like directly said it, but suggested adding me in more frequently. And I was like, man, I need days off sometimes, you know. Like I got stuff I gotta get done. I like playing games off stream. Like I don't really play BRs on stream because I rage pretty easily. I get frustrated pretty easily. Swan nights, exactly. Those are the nights to just do dumb crap with your boys. All right, guys. If everyone's done with questions today, I'll wait a couple more seconds here to take some more questions about what's going on with Anthem. Obviously, early access starts Thursday, 5:30 Eastern time. 10 hours on Origin access and EA access. You get full game access on EA Access Premier. Game launches worldwide next week for everyone, and then that would be the first time you can play on PlayStation is next Friday the 22nd, which I think it's going to end up being the 21st because they do everything UTC, so it'd be like midnight UTC, which is another time zone that I have to learn now. Great. Time zone things, guys. So appreciate you all hanging out tonight. I'm just going to step away for a few minutes to get some drinks and get the feed switched over to playing on Xbox. But guys, I appreciate everyone hanging out tonight. If you want to just hang out and continue the conversation, I'm going to shoot Mans in Destiny for a little while and continue my stream for the evening. Beggs, thanks for being here, brother, and thank you for the host. And we will talk soon. I know we got to keep this competitive spirit alive, you know. I'm gonna go lurk. Well, I appreciate that, man. We'll do this again next week, 8 p.m. Eastern time. It'll be the last Enter the Javelin of season 1. I've had everything cumulatively. That's really creepy, dude. That's really creepy. So next week will be the last Enter the Javelin of season 1, and we will start season 2 of Enter the Javelin on February 25th, because that will be in the live era of Anthem. So appreciate you all hanging out tonight. I'll be back in a couple minutes. If you want to come back for more Anthem gameplay, that'll be on Thursday at 5:30 p.m. Eastern Time. I'll be starting at 5. So, guys, appreciate you hanging out. I'll be switching over, and I'll see you in about 3 minutes.
You are the chosen few.